Good day. My name is Doelie, father of four kids. I'm the youngest of five children. I've got one son and three daughters. As a family, it struggles. My father, he was a sole provider. He was the breadwinner in the house. My mom as well, she was there contributing from her side as well. As I grew up, I got into high school where I met friends. You pick up things in life and try and follow the group that you're in, doing certain things that make you feel part of the the team. And I'm a big fan of music, so I started going around with DJs, going to certain places just to DJ. Although I wasn't DJing at that stage, but that went on for a couple of years after that. Just after when I matriculated, my girlfriend was pregnant. So I got married a year, a year after that, and in that same year, my father passed away, which was very um, a real uphill for me, I would say. We were very close. I got into the deep depression at that stage. I moved out after being married for 1 year, I would say. Everything else took priority in my life. Money, girls, alcohol. My mom was always there for me. She had a difficult time as well, trying to keep us in the right path. But somehow things got even worse at one stage where I didn't have my feet under me, or I was irresponsible in things I did. Yeah, I would say I had a lot. There was many opportunities where I could have lost my life, many opportunities where I could have ended up in jail. Then met my wife, Ajia. One of the things I needed to do, I wanted to have my independence, and I moved from various places, staying in flats, renting houses and that. But things never really worked out for me. There was always anxiety in terms of money. There was always struggling. There was always fighting because I was struggling. Didn't sleep a lot because, well, I would say, being overcommitted at stages where I just wanted to have the best for myself, my children. Then we had an accident in 2011. Yeah, 2011. My wife, my two daughters, and my nephew, my cousin, also involved. We were all in one car on my way to my mom's place. And the car drove into us, the tow truck actually. Although I can't remember what happened that day, I just have flashbacks of what actually happened. And but there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of discomfort. When I had the time in hospital, think I couldn't remember what happened. Whose fault was it? Was it my fault? I kept on blaming myself. We went through a terrible 2 years, 3 years, 4 years after that. Then my wife also, she was injured. She had screws in her back. I had a lower back injury, and yet till today, these injuries are part of our life. Anxiety on my side took over. I got very sick, ended up in hospital now and again, panic attacks. I remember at times when I was DJing, at times where I didn't want it to be there anymore. It just didn't feel good anymore. Didn't feel, I never enjoyed it like I used to. Or I stopped enjoying it. I wanted to change my life, and obviously there's certain things I had to change, but My plans wasn't my plans, and although I tried my best, it just still didn't work out for me. And then a bomb dropped in my life. I just started getting sicker and sicker and sicker. I've been to the ER a lot of times, morning hours, even at parties at stages where I still used to DJ. I used to, I had to leave and because I couldn't be there. I was just sick. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of finances through the sickness as well. I caused a lot of pain in my family. I caused a lot of discomfort in my children's life because I couldn't control my body. I couldn't control my thoughts. I couldn't control what I was feeling. About 2 years, 3 years ago, 2 years actually ago, I got to a point where I experienced massive headaches. I couldn't understand what it was. I went to all the specialists. I had CT scans. And I remember times when I was in my bedroom because I had to close the door. I couldn't take any sound or I couldn't be around noise, anything, nothing. It was horrifying. But I knew there was a plan for me. I said to God, if I can't go any further than if you don't want me to go any further than this, then that's not what I want to go through. It's too painful. It's it's horrible. I can't describe it, but I remember everything that went through in my life at that stage, the pain I went through, the discomfort. People didn't understand it because it wasn't physical. It was all emotional and it was also spiritual. But I would say 2018 didn't go to work. I was lying in bed. I was trying all types of medication to help me, advice, nothing helped. And I got to a point where everything that I felt, the hurt that I felt in the past, others did to me, people did to me, I was keeping it inside. I had a lot of rejection, which I remembered, and everything was just in my thoughts. It was part of me, and never did I actually realize that it was making me sick. And I worked on it on a daily basis. I sat and I pinpointed what was causing my anxiety, what was causing my dysfunctional choices, or I pinpointed things I had to get rid of, and I did. My mom was part of my journey the last year, and she was very worried about me when I was so sick. She prayed a lot for me. We were very close. She started showing weird symptoms. We couldn't understand what was happening with her. God, I didn't understand the plan what I was going through and why this is happening now. I was just starting to get better. Now my mom is getting sick. And the other side also, I had to prove myself at work again because I was off for so many weeks at time. So life was pushing me from pillar to post, and I focused a lot on trying to get my mom better. Seeing her in that condition was just something I never experienced or saw. In and out of hospital, and she never got better. She never got better. She passed away in February 2020 this year, and it broke all of us, my siblings and him. We still trying to understand, but I accept God's plan, and I then we went into lockdown. With all that hurt on me, I still had responsibility. I I went through a very difficult time now, and one of the things that I'm still at this big part of my life today is music, and that music is gospel. It's now part of my life, and it's part of my everyday thoughts. It keeps me strong, and I started getting better. The headaches went away. Things just improved from all points in my life. I feel calmer these days. I felt calmer. What made me, it helped me with in the last I would say last year. I make time for God on a daily basis. I never had that in my past. I never, when I became a teenager, it was all non-existing in my life. Reading my Bible on a daily basis, reflecting on the Word, those are the things that help me, and that is today I can say that is making me better every day, making me a stronger person, making me enjoy life. I said to myself, and so I said to God when I prayed, when I was alone in the mornings with Him, if I could just live my life fresh, I just wanted to love more for Him. That was my main aim. I didn't care what I had, I didn't care what I might lose, but even I was a beggar, as long as I had my health back, because I wanted to give more back to God, because I felt so close to Him at that stage. And one thing I wanted to do was use what I had and make it work for God's plan. So one of the things I wanted to start was gospel evenings. It was something I introduced to my fellow brothers and sisters, and we had our first night, and it was awesome. And that's the type of environment I felt so comfortable with, an environment I was so drawn to. It was a dream come true for me, because what I prayed about and what I asked for, God provided for me. One incident where I was also very sick, and when I got up that day, I went to church, and in stages, I had shortness of breath. My blood pressure used to peak just like that, and I said to myself, I'm going out after church. I'm driving out of this yard, and I'm going to evangelize what I heard in church. What if I fall over? If I pass out, so be it. At least I'm trying to do what I asked God to give me the strength to do. I didn't drive too far, and I met some people, and I told them about the word. I told them. I remember getting out of the car. Getting out of the car, I felt I could pass out. I just felt, God, if this is my day, then it's my day, but I'm still gonna tell them what I want to tell them, and I did. I did. I got back, and I achieved what I wanted to do. I achieved what was so fulfilling for me, and that made me feel so good, and it felt so good because I knew I was doing the right thing. And that's what I'm doing today as well. I feel I've gone through so much, and I feel I can do so much more. I'm so positive about it. I wish people can feel what I'm feeling today. Where you sit and you listen to the word, and you hear what it says, and your tears just flows down. You can't explain your feelings. I've never had this type of joy that I had. I've never experienced this type of joy. I'm not perfect, but I know where I want to go. I will always find challenges. I will not back down, no matter what. I will not back down. Once again, I knew, if you knew what I felt, you'd understand. What I'm feeling now today, I wouldn't trade for anything. I wouldn't trade what I have, the calmness that I have, the peace that I have, for anything. And now, this plan this path that I'm walking is making me happy. I couldn't find happiness in all the things that I had in my life, material things, what my hobbies were, and I never felt this joy. It's unbelievable. And I know, I believe in the promise of God that one day I will someday be part of Him in heaven. My joy, I know where it's going and what it's doing to me, and I'm going to pass it on to as many people that I meet, and that they can feel the same and do the same. If I wake up one day with having nothing on me and I'm walking this path, I will be happy. One of the things my mom struggled with was to keep us together as a family. And what I wanted to do after she passed on is to keep us together as a family. And sometimes it become overwhelming, where you just want to help them, make them understand what's important, what's not important. I realized I cannot change people. Only God's that can do that. Only God can change their ways. I can give my advice where I can pray with them, and I will tell them what made me the person I am today. I will continue guiding my families, people that God sends in my way. I will continue helping where I can. And one day, if I make a difference in somebody's life, I feel good about it. Because of God's plan He had for me. And I'm so grateful for that. Cut.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.